My name is Saltbot. I am Kismet's co-host for this evening. Welcome to Kismet's stream and thank you for dropping by once again. Tonight it's time to get back to PC gaming with the Kismet Overburdened with Love PC. Thanks to all of you, we can take this stream to another level. Let me open up the vault door and let's go inside. Kismet is waiting for us.
That time again, everybody. I love that opening part. That is so fun. Thanks so much for hanging out in the stream, everybody. Of course, welcome to the Kismet Ring of Destiny stream. We're going to put on quite a show tonight. We're going to be playing some Fallout 4 all night long. That's right, not just half the stream, not just that. We're going to be playing all night long. Did get a bit of a chance to jump in yesterday, play a little Elder Scrolls Online, talked a little bit to my members, and did a bunch of solo questing. You know, it's very, very rare that I get to get in game where my team is at and do solo questing. Got to go in there and do some of the storyline of Elder Scrolls Online. If you have not tried that game out, if you're any kind of Bethesda fan at all, I would definitely give that a shot. Thank you, Bleach Jump, for that host, for nuking the stream, getting us started here. Thank you so much. And of course, big love to everybody already hanging out in the stream. I love when some people are already waiting before I start. I do appreciate that greatly. In fact, I appreciate that so much that let's give out some bonus Kiss Gaps. These things right here, let me rain these suckers down on you right now. Let's go ahead and give out a bonus of 500 Kiss Caps for everybody hanging out here at the top of the stream. My mods are going to drop the love on you guys right now. Big thanks to all my mods as well hanging out in the stream, backing me up. Big thanks to Dark Angel earlier as well. I surprised my mods just as much as I surprised you guys with those bonus streams. I'm trying to stream more. Stream for a long time today, right up until the very second in which I had to run to get my kids. I literally ran. I was walking as fast as possible to get them on time, and I literally got there at the very last second. That's how much I wanted to stream for you guys today. Thank you, Rigbo, for nuking the stream. Appreciate it big time. And also, who else we got hosting in here? We've also got... let's see, Monsterholic with a host as well. Sister Wolf dropping the host. Every one of those hosts does get me just a little bit closer to that sub button. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Of course, we got Chewy hanging out. We got Bearded Dragon saying, "Slow night, how yours?" Well, it's about to pick up now. We're going to pick up some stuff. Rigbo saying, "Yay, Kismet stream." Oh, yeah. Kismet time, says Monsterholic. Love that. Love that. Well, how are you, says Brooks to Chewy, saying hello, good morning, good afternoon. If I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. There you go. Really great movie, by the way. I was very surprised by that movie. That was actually especially good, that movie. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a Truman Show. Definitely a good Sunday afternoon, hanging out with your loved one, movie to hang out and watch. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. Sometimes, by the way, let me just go ahead and take a little poll. Speaking of the Truman Show, let me take a little poll. See how many people feel like when they get in their car, right? Nobody on the road. Like I live on a road, there's barely anybody comes down my road. It's unless it's school time, because there's schools by me. So there's like tons of cars come by during school time. But no school time, boom, barely any cars, right? 1, 2 cars. Now, unlike LA, where there's just like cars everywhere. There's people everywhere. It's like they're all up in your zone all the time. There's that many people. But here, there should be like nobody. Right? Could be like 3 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't matter, right? Now, let me see if you guys have the same problem. Thank you, Big G, man. Oh, big support of the stream. Dropping the 14 viewers. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're talking a little bit about the Truman Show. And we are talking about if this ever happens to you. And it happens to me all the time. I get in my car. The second I get in my car, 15 people come out of nowhere. And they all want to be right in front of my driveway. Does anybody have that problem? Like, all of a sudden, it's like total Truman Show moment. Where it's like, where do these people come from? And why the very second that I want to leave my driveway, do they show up? Now, I think it's hilarious because it happens so often that it makes me laugh. Now, if I'm not leaving my driveway, there ain't nobody. There ain't nobody on the road till I get in the car, turn the car on, boom, 15 people out of nowhere. I don't know. Does it ever happen to you guys? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Kismet for partnership. I like the way you think there, Monsterholic. I hope so. I hope so one day. Working toward it every single day because this is going to be the best stream ever. That's right. This is best stream ever. Number 90. That's right. We made it 90 streams. Can you believe it? 90 streams trying to make each one better than the one before. And you know what makes a stream great? It's gaming. Let's do it. Boom, let's jump in.
Boom.
Big bada boom. Now, if you drop the big bada boom over there on the Dragon Chalice, we will be giving out Kiz Caps to everybody in the stream. That's right. Your generosity gets everybody in the stream some Kiz Caps. And you're like, well, what are these Kiz Caps? What's that all about, bro? Well, what you can do, boom, you can take your Kiz Caps, take them out of your Vault 45, and go ahead and use them for giveaways. Go ahead and use them for contests we do on the stream. I might do a giveaway tonight. You never know. You never know. Got to be in every stream. I random give out stuff. And you're like, what stuff do you get out, Kismet? What kind of cool stuff do you give out? Well, I don't know, like Fallout 4. That's right, I've given away tons of copies of Fallout 4. I've given away tons of copies of a bunch of other games. Literally thousands of dollars in AAA games. Thanks to all my awesome supporters, all the people who do donate games to give them out on the stream here. I love to play a lot of those games. Some of those games I haven't even played, but I gave them out to you guys so you can try them out and let me know. And I love it when people go play a game and they let me know, Kismet, I got my game. I love this game. It's so great. Or they'll send me a Twitter and say, Kismet, I'm playing the game. It's so fun. I love to see that stuff. I love to give back to my community as much as they've given to me. I really am very amazed by how much love I've gotten since I've started seriously streaming. And really, how many people come in, press that follow button, how many people come in and say, Kismet, I love what you do, bro. I do appreciate everybody, every single person. Okay, getting emotional now. Let's play some games. I get emotional. Hey, I'm older. I can't hold on to my emotions as much as I could when I was young. When I was young, I was a Stark, no emotional outburst. But the older you get, the more you don't care. If you get an emotional, you're like, yeah, I'm good. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I've been with my wife 25 years. I have an incredibly long career as a graphic designer, 25 years as well. I have 3 beautiful daughters. I think I've conquered a lot of things that people set out to do in their life. Crushed it all. Crushed every single thing that I tried to do. Now, I'm going to crush playing some games right now. Now, look where we are. We're at the castle. We barely... that was exhausting. It was exhausting to get down here to the castle in the new survival mode because it is quite the long journey. So we made our way all the way from Hangman's Alley, all the way from up here at the Tavern and Boathouse, made our way down across here. We had to save along the way. We had to find beds to save in because in the new survival mode, you cannot just insta-save. Look, there is no quick save. There's no save. You don't save. You don't save unless you can find a bed. Then you can save. Now, the new survival mode is 10 to 100 times harder than any other mode, and, crazy me, I was challenged to do it in melee mode. Well, I wanted to make it a little bit more fun than just plain melee, so I went in melee, grenades, and also using the pistol for turrets only and evil cars. If I see any evil cars, they must be destroyed. I must destroy all cars in the wasteland. That is my ultimate goal, to wipe them all out. So we did make it here to the castle, so I'm going to show you a bit on how I repair the castle and how I get the castle prepared. Of course, we're going to use the Kismet kill box. We're going to go ahead and set up some supply lines, work a little bit on settlements here at the top of the stream, and then we're going to get questing again. We've got a bazillion of them still left to do. We got to unlock a lot of the Brotherhood stuff as well. We got to kind of clean this place up because this place is a horrible mess. A horrible mess. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out in the stream. I do appreciate it. And again, if you want to... talk a little big bada boom here. If anybody bada booms that with some bunch of bits, drops a whole bunch of bits in there, again, everybody gets the reward. Now, we got to also reset my my death counter down here, so let's get that reset here before we start. That's right, I've had 61 deaths, and I enjoyed every single one of them. Some of them I felt I got robbed. Some of them I totally deserved. And some of them were just like, what the heck just happened there? A few of them were like that. But again, you should invite yourself or give yourself the freedom to make mistakes and give yourself the freedom to die. It's okay. It's part of the game. It's part of it. Should be fun. I don't rage. I don't break my keyboard. I don't do silly stuff like that. I'm past that age. I don't need to prove nothing to nobody. But I do need to chop up some stuff. Come here. Hiya. Oh, what happened to my sound? Come here, little sucker. Hiya. There we go. Got to get my sound back on. There we go. There we go. Now, if I start R2D2ing, let me know. I have been R2D'ing. There we go. All right, we can hear it. Choppy, chop, chop. Now, hiding behind us here, down here is my girl Piper. You wouldn't know it because she's got that helmet on. But we're going to kind of clean house here a little bit. We're going to go around, pick up any dead stuff. We got a Minuteman who got, oh, man, he got liquefied. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. He got liquefied by a big, giant monster. Chewy, a smooth suave asks, what is the purpose of the supply line? Oh, that is a great question. Great question. Now, the supply line, I think, is probably the most powerful thing in the entire game. Now, how come it's so powerful? Well, I'm an awesome settlement overseer. I consider myself the boss of all my settlements, right? Now, I'm a benevolent one. I don't hurt my people. I don't do scientific experiments on them, just like an awesome overseer who actually exists in Fallout 4. I'm not going to tell you who it is, unless you saw it on the stream previously. I'm not going to tell you which vault it is, and don't give it away in the chat. You're going to have to search it out, find a nice overseer as nice as me. But what I do is I try to build up my settlements. Now, by building up my settlements early in the game, I literally make hundreds of thousands of bottle caps, totally legit, no shortcutting, no glitching, no third-party mods, no none of that. I don't need that, and neither do you. I don't care whether you're on PS4 or Xbox or I'm playing on PC. I don't care what kind of console you use. I don't care what kind of machine you use. You could totally do it just like me, just following some of my Kismet tips here. Now, one of the things, of course, you're going to need is you're going to need the local leader perk. So one of the first things I do at the very beginning of the game is I have at least 6 charisma at the very beginning, so I can have the ability to open that local leader perk. Now, what that does at the first level, we'll kind of move it down here. What it does right here, it says, as the ruler, everyone turns to you. You can establish supply lines. Now, what those supply lines do is they create a connection between all of your settlements. Like a great example, when I started in Sanctuary here, what I did is I had a whole bunch of resources there, right? But then I wanted to go over to Red Rocket and create a radio beacon, and I wanted to go to Starlight Drive and create a radio beacon so I could start to recruit people, which I would then take and send to Sanctuary so I can build up Sanctuary first. Forget Red Rocket, forget Starlight Drive, though Starlight Drive is the greatest place to recruit people in the game. Get your radio beacon set up. Now, how can I get those resources? Maybe you don't have enough resources at that location. Well, what you do is you create supply chains. So you basically create provisioners. And what they do is they walk from one location to another. So in this case, I have people going from Red Rocket to Sanctuary. So now I have both the access to Sanctuary and Red Rocket's resources, whatever they have in the workbench. And then I go ahead and create a connection to Starlight Drive-In. Then Starlight Drive-In has a big connection of all the resources it has. And then all 3 places I'm at, I can use the resources no matter which location it is, including food. Like you want to put down some mute fruit, you want to put down some corn or whatever it is. If it's in one of these workbenches, you'll have access to it if you have a supply line. Now, great example and a great, man, I couldn't have planned that any better. It's something we're going to talk about here in just a second. If you notice, I do not have a supply line to the castle right now. See, my supply line, Hangman's Alley, is the closest thing to me right now. There is some other settlements, which we'll get later. But right now, Hangman's Alley is the closest thing to me, and I've got to create a supply line so I can have access to all of this other resources that are hanging out in all of my other settlements, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do that right now. And I'm going to show you what it is when you don't have a link, okay? Again, I love great questions like that. Thank you for that awesome question. Like right now, if I go in and I want to create a concrete wall, how many can I create? Let's take a look. Now, of course, I go above and beyond. I'm not going to make you look all over my screen. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my red arrow and I'm going to point it out. It's hiding right behind here, behind Raldix here with that awesome donation. Thank you so much again for the other day. Right here it says 2. I can make 2 of them right now. From the resources that I have here at the castle, I can make 2. Okay? Let's look at some other stuff. What else can I make? Let's go turrets, man. I need some turrets for my Kismet kill box. Let's go ahead and see how many turrets I can make. None. I can make 0 heavy turrets. I can make one of the smaller turrets, right? And you're like, suck. That's not going to defend this very good. Though 1 turret would help. I mean, it's not going to be that great. So we're going to go ahead and show you what happens when we go ahead and add that supply line. So we're going to go ahead and have to find somebody. Now, right now, we got this guy who is a Minuteman who's going to work on that. We've got Piper, but that's it. That's all we got. So one of the things that we really need is we need a radio beacon. So we're going to go ahead and look in here and see if we go under miscellaneous and see if we can create any of our stuff here. Man, we can't create any of that stuff. Can't create any of that stuff. Again, let's go ahead and look at our radio beacon, which is actually not under this, under here. And right there, so we need crystal and we need steel to make that radio beacon. Now to make the power, which is one of these things, over here, we've got enough for the power. So the power is good, but we need a little bit more crystal and stuff. So there's several different ways to set up your supply line. And here's a little trick. Here comes of course, here comes a storm whenever I'm talking. Whenever I'm talking on stream, I swear. It's when a storm has to show up. Hold on a second. Let's run in here. Let's sleep for 3 hours so we get rid of that storm. So what I can do is I can use one of my people already, if I can create a radio beacon and pull people in. Or I can go to another settlement, send a person here who is going to become my provisioner person, which is then going to unlock all my resources, which then going to allow me to do another radio beacon. All right? So there's a lot of different options. But one of the first things I like to do at the settlement is to go through and basically scrap everything. So that's usually your best option, to go through and scrap everything. Look, we got a flamer right there. We'll go ahead and just scrap that sucker. Forget it. Scrap it. Scrap all this. And we've got a chemistry station here. We're going to keep that. And let's go ahead and see if we can scrap everything and get enough to get a radio beacon. If we can, then we don't have to run back. If we can't, then we're in trouble. Then we're in trouble. We have to run all the way back to a previous settlement and try to do it that way. So let's go see what we can do. We're going to run along here. What happens if we do one of these? Going to get some steel from that. I got plenty of steel. Don't need that. Got some barrels here. Let's go ahead and scrap all of those. And so on. Top Atlas. Hello, Top Atlas. And Alex Knees hanging out. Sup, sup. Hi, chat. Thanks for hanging out. Hayden Davies. I'm scraping the pennies together for a new graphics card. There you go, Hayden Davies. Yes, right now is a great time. A lot of awesome graphic cards out there. Thanks to my supporters, of course, running the 1080 on this current Mega PC. So awesome. I tell you, I'm playing in high-res mode, in ultra settings, high-res textures in here and in ultra settings, and it runs like butter. Runs like butter up in here. Oh, look out. Hold on. Who needs any? Come on, get him. Block. Getting better. Oh, getting better. That was actually pretty good blocking there. For me, anyway. Hey, little suckers. Come here. Chop, chop. Oh, dinner's served. Where'd you go, little guy? Where'd that other little sneaky guy go? I see you coming back. Don't think I didn't hear you. Ah, step on him. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. There we go. Grab all the other ones. Dinner is served. There will be free Meyerlurk sandwiches after the stream. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Lord Winner, for dropping that nuke on the stream. Appreciate that, love. Let's keep going. Big G-Man hanging out. Kismet, hey, glad I've got to miss the stream. It's late in my country. I hope to visit again soon. We'll catch up on YouTube, though. Have fun. Good night, Brooks. You have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out even for a little bit. Yeah, I got to take care of that IRL, buddy. Take care of that IRL. All right, look at all these weapons in here and stuff we can just pick up. Getting overburdened, though. And we're going to go ahead and scrap all of this stuff. Grab this. There's something under here. There's highlighting. There we go. There's a rug under there. Again, go through, scrap everything. Now, notice this footlocker here. When I scrap that, if there's anything in there, it'll automatically go in the workbench. I don't even need to worry about it. I'm just going to go ahead and scrap it all. I can also just go out of that mode and just pick everything up like so. Or I can scrap every individual thing if you want to. It's up to you. It's up to you. I think it takes a little too long to do that. It'll automatically scrap it. I don't know if you get enough of the extra resources. And I get rid of everything. Notice how I got rid of the Brotherhood Flame. I get rid of the wall lights. I get rid of the rubble here, which eventually we got to go down there and do some something down there. We'll get to that later on today. And I go ahead and I clear everything. Now, right here is a light bulb is only steel, so I don't take out those kind of light bulbs. But the other ones, they're okay to take out. And we're going to just walk a little bit slowly here as we go along. Take that off the wall. We scrap this. That's going to be a little steel, but I'm just going to go ahead and get that little bit of steel. Thank you so much for the host there, Dark Angel, blowing up the stream. Thank you so much. Crazy in the stream. I'm good. Just got home from work. Awesome, Crazy. Welcome, welcome. Few Moons saying hello. Hello, Few Moons. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick here with the workbench. If you have the ability to craft your own stuff here, you can craft this little stove here. And I love to put this little stove kind of wherever I'm at, wherever I'm kind of moving stuff. I can go through and basically drop all this heavy stuff I have on me that's kind of weighing me down now, and a lot of good stuff I have on me right now. And I'm actually going to move all of my resources down here eventually. And I'm going to be kind of putting it in my favorite spot in the game. I don't want to give it away yet. We'll might unlock that tonight. We'll see. I'm going to put my vegetable soup in there. I'm going to just offload a ton of this stuff off of me so I don't have to carry all this stuff around. Thank you very much for Hayden Davies. Oh, been a while, Hayden Davies. Thank you so much for hanging out in the stream. Appreciate it big time. We don't need our fusion cores, especially those missiles. Just weigh us down. Put all that in there. What else we got? Any extra weapons? That one there. This one here. And you can see I've got Kermit's tooth and, of course, a Molotov cocktails and a pistol and a flare gun. That's all I really run around with. Now, that makes it easy because I can access the workbench from no matter where I am. And the same thing here. I can then just go ahead and scrap all this stuff. Grab all that. Magic Wolf Lady also with the host. Thank you so much. Appreciate every single person who comes in and throws that host. Just gets me a little bit closer to that partnership. Now, if you do have a comment or question for me, my name is Kismet. It's right here below the stream. You can put Kiz, K-I-S, or K-I-S-M-E-T in the chat. Like, hello, Kismet. How you doing? It'll highlight in red, even attach itself to the top of my chat so I don't miss your comment or questions. I love interacting with the stream. It is my favorite part of being a streamer. I do know not why. I don't know why it doesn't really comprehend in my mind why people ignore their chat. I have no idea. I think that's the funnest part. I think the funnest part is interacting with people on the stream. I think it's super fun. So there we go. Kiz, says Chewy. There we go. Oh, he's doing the command. All right, look, we got even free cooking stove. Look at that. We're going to go ahead and pull that out of there. Use that later. Right there. That's kind of a quick shot. And again, if you notice, I get rid of the shelves first. And then I'll go ahead and scrap everything that kind of fell off of there. Always scrap the fridge doors first. In this case, that's all there was, the fridge door. We've got some sinks over here. And again, fridge door first, then the fridge, because then you get that extra bit of resources. And then this stuff here, I'm just going to pick it up by getting out of the workbench. Like so. Oh, empty bottles, better than gold right there. Those empty bottles are a way of doing vegetable soup, so you are styling on your food and water. Now, see all this stuff here on the ground? All this stuff is going to disappear later when I leave and I come back. When I leave and come back, all this stuff will vanish because all of my peeps in the Minutemen here will go ahead. And take care of that for me. Again, you can just scrap these down to their basic element if you want. Scrap those things. Get rid of those lights. And so on. And we'll just leave that light up there. We're looking good. And look at that weirdly floating thing on the roof there. Weird. All right, and this is kind of filled in here, so we can't go any further. Now, if I could get rid of these doors, I totally would. So this area is totally cleared. And again, we can check and say, hey, can we do a radio beacon yet? Let's look. Let's see if we've got enough resources now to do a radio beacon. Nope, still not enough. Though we did get some more ceramic, we need 2 crystals. So if we can find 2 crystals somewhere here on this location, we could do it. Well, it's real foggy out here, too. Real foggy. All right, there we go. We've got a tire that we can scrap. We've got some other stuff hiding in there. Lobster trap. And again, I like to scrap it right when I get to the location. This way I can go ahead and get as much resources so I don't have to run back and go to another area. Now, one of the things that I don't really use are these guard posts. Go ahead and take those out. Really need to get rid of this fog, which I will in a bit here. Adds a little bit of mood to it right now. And we're going to go ahead and look for anything else. Not really that much resources here at the area, but remember, you want to run outside the castle too. There's some resources out here, like trees and whatnot, that you can get as well. And we can just run right out here for right now. And grab those trees to get that extra bit of resources. These do not scrap, which is a bummer, by the way. I wish those did scrap. But we're going to go ahead and just try to see if we can, any kind of resources we can get. We're going to run around the back here and see if there's anything back here that we might run across and maybe get rid of right now and then rebuild later. Maybe. Maybe that might be the way to go. We'll see. We'll see. What? What is back here behind the castle? There's some of you. I know at least a few of you who have played this entire game and never noticed that was back there. I know there's a couple of you. But it is back there. Now, we can also look at this power pylon here, try to scrap that. Is that any circuitry? Nope. How about this over here? We go to scrap this? Nope. So we might as well leave it. Might as well leave it, because you don't want to scrap it unless you're actually going to get that circuitry that's going to actually allow you to open up that radio beacon. So again, we're over here on the far side. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Oh, one of our Minutemen got owned. That person like goes down every single time right at the very beginning. Now again, here's another little technique for you. Notice how I'm actually on the recruit beacon. I'm on the recruitment radio beacon because the second I get that circuitry from something, it's automatically going to appear, and then I know I have that resource. A great way of doing that. So we're going to run around with that kind of up, and we're going to try to get rid of it. Notice how that was off of the settlement, by the way. Notice how that was a bit out of the settlement. We were able to get the stuff outside sometimes. Sometimes in certain places of certain settlements, you can get stuff that's just a little bit outside the settlement. And again, we're going to finish up here. Boom. Boom. Texas in the stream. What up, buddy? Kismet, did Surrey fail you? It did a little bit, but I did respond to you. I did respond to you because actually I started stuff editing, and then I got sidetracked. And my wife had, of course, tons of stuff that she left me to do after the stream. And as it goes. Surrey did remind me, though. But Surrey did remind me, and I'm like, okay, I'll get to that. And then I'm like, okay, I got to do these other 53 things. And then I looked at all my stuff, and I said, okay, I'll get back to Texas. And then I did get back to you today. I did get back to you today, so make sure to check your mail. Check that mail, bro. All right. I do try to get back to peeps. I try to do it. Though, understand that I have terrible medical conditions that make it difficult for me to be very consistent in that way, but I try. I do try very, very hard. And I have learned never to schedule a meeting after a mega stream. Never doing it again. I tried to accommodate my mods and move it up a little bit, and then it backfired. No good deed goes unpunished. It backfired on me where I, like, totally fell asleep and was out of it. Out of it. All right, so we're just kind of wandering around looking for anything else that we can do. It was all my bad. I should have been smart enough to know not to schedule it so close. I should have been smart enough. I should have been smart enough. All right, well, that's it. That's all the resources we got. Well, what about this little thing over here? Wait a minute. We got a little pylon thing here. Has that got it? Nope. How about over here? If I scrap this thing, is it going to give me? Nope. How about this power thing right here? Nope. How about this thing? Radio transmitter. Well, I can't scrap that. I can't scrap that. I can't scrap anything else. So we're kind of in a bind here. We're kind of in a bind. There's nothing else that we can do. We don't have enough resources to make this happen. So we want to go ahead and run around, though, real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Here's the entryway. Oh, I failed. Secure the workshop at Jamaica Plains. So that's the problem with survival mode. That you fail. You fail those things because you just don't have enough time to run all the way over there. Oh, here's some stuff I didn't get. Here's some stuff. Scrap all this stuff. Let's scrap that. Scrap this down here. Grab it all. Oh, can't scrap that. All right, store in the workbench. Scrap this. See if we can find anything else. How about this workbench? Where'd that workbench go? Scrap all these beds. Oh, there's some stuff on the walls. Scrap all of that. Scrap these lights. Anything else? There's a clock up there. And this is the dead end that goes up there. More lights we can scrap. And did we get everything? I think we did. We did. So we're short 2 crystal. So where can we find some crystal? Well, for those of you who watched my previous playthrough, should have known that I actually left some resources behind that I'm going to go ahead and try to grab. Now, I went ahead and scrapped everything in here. You can see that I've taken everything out here, but notice how I didn't take this bed out yet, right? Because I want to use this bed. I'm going to go ahead and put this bed out here, and this is the only way I can save. So we want to go ahead and save everything that we just did.
Hey.
So we're going to save that. Star Shang-Chi says, Kismet, have you picked up everything from the building where Preston... Oh, shh. Sure, Shang-Chi. You are foreshadowing the next thing I'm going to do, though, but thank you. Thank you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go forward here until the daytime so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to go back and we're going to get some of the resources that I brought with me, because I think ahead. And there's other resources around that you can find around this area. And let's go ahead and 1 more hour till 8 o'clock. There we go. Come on, Piper. Let's go. And I'm not even going to bother to bring my power armor. We're just going to go ahead and run on down here and grab some of these resources that I left back over here. Now, what we need is just 2 circuitry to get it going. So we're going to hope we find some sort of telephone or something like that that's going to help us get that circuitry going on in here. So we're going to go ahead and look in here. Nothing in there. But, oh, what do we got in here? Some of the stuff that I left behind. Let's grab all of that. Let's go ahead and grab this. Looks like I grabbed most of the resources out of this. Nothing in there. So, yeah, nothing right here for right now. Now, if I leave this area, by the way, and I come back, this will all reset. This is one of the greatest places to respawn because it respawns very quickly in the new survival mode. So if you're looking for mines and weapons and ammo and all of that, great place to kind of check out every now and again to see if it's respawn. So yeah, still no resources. But I do see something evil that we need to take care of. Right over there. Of course, wait a minute. We got to wait till later. There's something fun to do later with that. So yeah, we have no resources that we need to do. So what do you do? What do you do when you can't do a radio beacon? Well, you can, again, run back over to your previous settlement and send somebody over, or you can try to go find the resources, which is what we'll do. We'll just run around a little bit, see if we can just find those resources here around this area. And all we have to do is create one radio beacon, and we create that one radio beacon, and then we will have access to the entire rest of our stuff. And that's what's so great about supply lines, and it was so amazing that you had asked that question right at the very beginning. That's what's so amazing about supply lines. The second I activate it, then not only will I be able to build a radio beacon, but I'll be able to build hundreds of radio beacons if I have enough resources. I can build a ton of it. So we've got some places right down the way here that we can check out. So we want to look around for circuitry, and we want to find out what I did with my power armor. Hiding around here somewhere. Oh, I left it in the other room back here. Other room back here. So what we're going to be doing today, of course, working a bit on the castle. We're trying to set up a supply line right now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, go out and do some more questing, unlock some more settlements. I'm going to be showing you some more of my Kismet tips and all the cool stuff that I'm doing. There we go. Oh, wow. Huge storm right now. Shut down the system. Oh, yeah. Use the best power defender there is, called unplugging from the wall. That's what I do when we have really super scary storms here. I unplug my computers from the wall. I do not want to lose another machine. All right, so we've got that going on. We're going to go ahead and run our way up here. Let's go ahead and reload because we have some evil cars we need to blow up. We've got our melee weapon. And, of course, we've got our, of course, flare gun. Let's reload that while we're walking. By the way, castle is also a really great place to find a ton of bloodleaf. Now, bloodleaf is great because you can make some XP stuff right here. Well, let's see if we can sneak up on him here. See if my game sounds are up. See if there's anybody hiding over here. We can go say, sup, bro? What's up? Kaboom! Oh, Piper! Comes another one, Piper! Oh! No, dead! Rip! First death of the night. Those things are so powerful in the survival mode. So super rip there. I should have let Piper do a little bit of damage, but that's okay. Luckily we saved. We saved, otherwise we'd be doing all that again. But we saved. We got it secured and ready to go. Oh, other side. Now there is a kind of healer thing in there, which we'll use in a bit, but we'll go ahead and get back in here. Now, if I had enough people, I could actually create a general one and then buy the resources from the general. If I had one more person, of course, then I could just create a provisioner out of them, right? Right. I could. I could also make Piper the provisioner if I wanted to, but I absolutely do not want to. And let's try that again without the death this time. You ready? Let's do it. Let's do it again. Because that's part of the fun. Don't get all... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Slight problem. Look at my fusion core. My fusion core down there. Literally going to just go out here in a second. That's what it was. My fusion core went out. My fusion core went out right in the middle of that battle. Go and grab some more fusion cores. Now, here's what you can do also is you can actually get out of your armor. Get out of your armor before your fusion core is up. And you can swap your fusion cores. And by the way, very early in the game, this is great because it's at 0 right now. It didn't disappear. So if I put a new one in there, which has a lot more in there, then what I can do is I can sell that other fusion core, which is just junk now, and get some of my caps back toward buying another fusion core. Great way to save your money. I don't do it after a while because I'm making so much cash because of my settlements. But it is a great thing to do very early in the game if you want to save some cash in the game as well. All right, and also we've got damage to our armor. Deal with that later. But right now we've got to kill some stuff. We got to do some payback up in here. Payback. Good morning, Claptrap. Loaded ate it with stuff. She must be unlimited carry weight. No, she has a limit, but she can carry a whole lot. She can carry a whole lot. Now this time I'm gonna be a bit smarter because in the new survival mode it's about 10 to 100 times harder. We're gonna go ahead and send Piper over there to get him. Now I'm also going to get. Oh, here comes Claptrap with a big bada boom. Let's do it. There we go with a big bada boom. You guys just earned 500 Kiss Caps. Thanks to Claptrap. Make sure you show him some love in the chat. Now let's go ahead and get something special here because I can use grenades. What do I got? I got one Molotov cocktail. That's not good. Let's go ahead and use it. Boom! You guys on fire! Piper's my girl. That's my girl. Ooh, look in there. It's already pre-cooked.
Right behind you.
Pre-cooked. No, just kidding. It's not pre-cooked. But it should be. You think it should be if you catch him on fire. Hey, Piper, go over there.
Over there.
I'll be right here. You go over there, Piper. I'll be right here. Is where I'm going to be. She's going to be sneaky, sneaky. Now, that mob is really tough because he ranges you. And even if I block, I take a lot of damage. Now, here's a great little tip. Before you go into battle, get some of your healing going. So I'm going to go ahead and just have some Murloc meat. I'm just going to have some vodka. What the heck? Some apples. Have a whole bunch of Murloc eggs. And yes, I can eat food. I don't take that much radiation from it because I do have the perk that allows me to do that. And get a little bit of healing going. I might even burn a stem pack. Let's do it. Get it going. All right.
What can I do?
Over here.
That's a plan. That's out of my reach.
Move here.
Can do. Don't see a way for me to get there.
Okay, Piper. You're going to have to move over here a little bit. Come on. There we go. Okay, now go over there,
there.
Piper.
To help you.
There.
Of course.
What? Oh, I didn't get it the second time. It's around here somewhere. Maybe I got to activate it over here. Oh, I didn't random spawn it the second time. The second time I got two Mirelurks instead of the other one. Let's go up here. Nope, I got two Mirelurks instead of the other one, which is much harder. Awesome. I'll take it. I'll take it any day of the week. Hey, thanks for the free stuff, bro. And then we got some stuff over here. Grab all of that. Got some stem packs up there, some free stuff. And we're good. Now, we've also got some loot out here, which we've got to watch out that that guy doesn't show up again and shoot us in the back. Let's go ahead and get some more loot. Get some more loot action going on here.
That's it.
Ah, not very good. Not what we're looking for, but we'll take it. I always find there's at least something inside here that's worth it, like Rad-X or stem packs. All right, not much on there. Let's keep looking around. Oh, here comes Crazy, sprinkling that love, just setting up the next big bada boom. Look at that, perfect. Make a better target. There we go. Look at that perfect bit of bit dropping. I think that is the best bits I've seen so far into the Dragon Chalice. Perfectly spaced, perfectly timed. Very nice. So run down here, get this Blood Leaf. I might start saving the Blood Leaf now because we're going to try to push up in the levels here so that we can start unlocking some of our perks and start owning it up here in the melee mode. So let's go ahead and keep running down the way here. See if there's anything in the back of this truck. And again, we're just looking around for resources. Nothing. When it's dented in the back, that means you can't get in there. Good little heads up. Now, here's a little funny thing. If you walk out here, because you're in your power armor, you will start to sink in the water. So watch out. I heard a train. Oh, boy. Got a bunch of bad bots over there. Let's back up. Back up. So, yeah, that's going to be a dangerous situation. Let's see if we can go the other way. Now, in melee mode and also in survival mode, you got to take it into account what you think you can take on and what you think you can't. Now, right now, I don't really have any of my health stuff. Don't have any of my grenades or any of that stuff. I put them all away into the workbench. So I'm going to go ahead and run back over here, get myself some of my equipment, and then we'll go see if we can take on those robots and see what we can do over here. Now, of course, if I had the resource, I could build a Kismet kill box and just pull them back to here and take them out that way. Another totally fun way to take them out. So let's go in here. Let's see what weapons do I've got. I'm all out of grenades, it looks like. Apparel, I've got some good stuff. Let's go ahead and get some of my food here. Let's go ahead and get that vegetable soup. Steady and cheered! I'll add to the big bada boom set up to make a big explosion. There you go. There's the way to set up that big bada boom. Setting it up. Setting it up. All right. So let's see what else we got. We got, actually, let's go ahead and cook some stuff up. I say we cook up some food. Now, we're going to grab one of these things that we left inside here. Somewhere. Let's go ahead and see if we can find it. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Now, we already have some cooking stoves that we made, and there's also one here already. And we're going to grab that cooking stove. And I like to keep all my stuff out here in the courtyard so it's easy to access. Go ahead and get out of my power armor for a minute. And then we do it. Now, of course, we could walk all the way back, but it is quite the long walk. All the way back to Country Crossing or all the way back to Hangman's Alley. So best to kind of look around the area. Plus, it's more fun to do it that way. More fun to go out and get into some trouble. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to roast up some food, though. We need to get some food. Oh, Deathclaw steak. Nice. And some grilled ragstag. Some Mirelurk Queen steak. Oh, that's good stuff. Whole bunch of mutton chops. Roasted Mirelurk meat. Wow, look at all that. Nice. Ton of it. So also, oh, cancel. We also want to eventually do some soup. We want to get some vegetable soup going here. Right now we have 0 carrots, 0 dirty water, and 0 potatoes. So we'll have to fix that. Fix that eventually. But there we go. Now we've got ourselves some food. Let's go ahead and save again. And let's go out there and get into some trouble around here. Get into some trouble. Boom. Let's see if we can add to that death counter tonight. We're going to get into some trouble. So thank you, Crazy and Steady McGetty, for that. Did I hear the railroad rifle? No, I don't have the railroad rifle. Piper has the Overseer's Guardian, my favorite weapon in the game. So I can't use it because I'm playing melee, but that doesn't mean she can't. So I got it modded up for her, and I gave her a bunch of ammo as well. That's what she's toting back there. Let's see her with the Overseer's Guardian. Look at that sucker with a muzzle brake and everything on it. Nice. Nice. All right, let's get into some trouble here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I'm very thirsty right now. Oh, there's another one. Forget this. I'm going to go run and hide. Go get him, Piper. There we go. See, sometimes he hides and then he comes back later. I'm going to go ahead and use my queen steak to heal myself and hide while Piper shoots at him. Get up nice and high. Get him, Piper. See, using your terrain to the good. Get him, Piper. About half health now. Wait till he gets on Piper. And now's our chance. Come in here and smoke him. Shimmer me, come on. Shimmer me, get him. Get closer. No, I was one hit away. Ah, so close. So close. Rip. All right, that's why I love this game. I don't mind dying. It doesn't bother me at all. But I love those epic moments where it's him or me, and I just one more hit, and I would have had him. I was just a little bit too far away from him when I went to hit him. He backed up, and lucky. There we go. Steady McGetty coming in with a big butt. There we go. Nice big bada boom. Awesome one. Knocking those bits clear out of there. Thanks so much. Appreciate that, Steady McGetty. Rip number 2. Actually, it's rip number 2 so far. All right. But luckily, again, we saved, so we're looking good. Let's go ahead and try that again. Again, I don't mind dying. I think it's part of the fun. Again, just Just go out there, die. It's okay. Try to push your limits of what you can do. Very difficult because I can't block that guy. When a guy shoots me, I die no matter what. So I've got to use the terrain to my advantage. But let's go. Let's do it again. Do it again. Let's see if he shows up this time. Now, sometimes he shows up and sometimes he doesn't. This time, he might not show up again. Let's go. Let's do it. What? RJ Phoenix also with a big bada boom coming in. Let's do it. There we go. A little late on the big bada boom. More bits to be boomed out, says Rorum. There we go. Setting up the big bada boom tonight. Thank you so much. Again, to Steady McEddie, RJ Phoenix, dropping the cannonball in there. All right. Guys, dropping the bits for all my ripping I'm doing today. Come on, Piper. Get over here. Get ready. Come on, punk. That's it. I ain't going to be hiding no more. Gonna hit. And run. Run, Kismet. Run like the wind. Hide back here. Then go ahead and give yourself some stem packs or something. Some nice queen steak stuff here. What else we got? We got any water? We got some vegetable soup. Let's use that. Again, use your battle tactics. Get him, Piper. Now I'm going to go ahead and use some of my battle tactics. Run in there. Run away again. Nothing wrong with running away. Perfectly acceptable. Septigold stuff. Later, sucker. Come on, shoot it at me. Oh. Get him, Piper. Again, this is how you use your companions properly. Nee, nee, nee. Nee, nee, nee. Playing a little peekaboo. Do I got any more Molotovs? Right now would be a great time for a Molotov. I can also call in my Minutemen if I want. How's he looking? Oh, he's getting there. Miss me. Use your terrain to your advantage. Now, he's getting shot by Piper. Eventually, he will go on Piper again. And that's when we'll go get him. Oh, he's running away. Oh, he'll be back, though. He'll be back. So never just, like, turn your back on him. Because he'll come back and he'll kill me. This guy's very tough. There he is. All right, time for a killing blow. Too far. No. Run away. Run away. So I had to run away because I couldn't use my weapon underground. I want my loot, though. I want my loots. There we go. A little bob and weave there. A little few hits. Run around, hide behind there. Do whatever you got to do to do the battle. I mean, it's like he hits me for twice. Or sometimes one-shots me in the new survival mode. So you got to watch out for that. That worked out fine. I'll take that. I'll take it. All right. Let's go over and get shot at by some robots if they're still here. Let's see. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into over here. Now, my armor is, like, wrecked. And by the way, if I die, I'll have to do all that again. But, hey. So, we got some robots over here. And we get Piper. Piper.
What can I do?
Get on the lead here, Piper. Got some bad robots. There's a tank bot over there. Piper just... Doy. Go around that way, Piper. All right, so I'm going to send Piper over there. Get into some trouble. Oh, they're running away. Okay, time to get this other one in the back. Since he's here by himself, or did they all run away? Where'd he go? Oh, they all ran down there to fight that guy. All right, well, that's fine with me. I'll get my free loot. Get myself some raiders.
Hey.
Come on, Piper. Oh, circuit board. Wait a minute. I think we might have got it. Hold on. Let's see. Now, the way you can tell is you go into your junk, and then... that sounds kind of funny. And then you go component mode, and see we got some circuitry. We did! So there's some circuitry right there. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. All right, now we got the circuitry. Forget it. We're out of here. We'll kill those robots later. We got what we were looking for. And if you're wondering, Kismet, did you know that was there? Yep. I did. I remember it was there from before. So, yes, if you have played a little bit, you can tell where the stuff is. Piper, of course, backing me up. She's my sweetheart. Of course, we'll get my other sweetheart, build her up as well. I do have multiple ladies in the wasteland because, hey, you know, this is the apocalypse here. We got to repopulate the earth, right? We got to repopulate it with some good people. Some people who aren't going to be cheating each other out, shooting each other in the back, raiding their settlements. We got to get the good peeps in here. All right, so, in theory, I can create now a radio beacon. Let's try it. We'll see what happens. So, I don't like to put my radio beacon on the ground. So, let's go ahead and go in here in the power. Let's go under here. Oh, wait a minute. It's not circuitry. It's crystal. Fail fish, Kismet. Fail fish. That's right. Not circuitry. It's crystal. Still got to go out and do some more. But what we can do while we're here, so we don't have to do all that again, is go in here and save. Save. Right here. Boom. Ah, it's foggy again. With the fog. With the fog and the radiation and the rain every 2 seconds. I gotta get out again. Gotta get out again so we're not fighting in the fog. Go another 2 hours. See if we can get rid of that fog. Usually every 3 hours it changes. Sometimes it doesn't. All right. 12 hours. Let's just go until the morning time so we can get rid of some of that. There we go. Might want to call the Minutemen for this. Yes, I'm going to call them for those robots. That's what I was about to do, but I thought, I was going to get that thing. I thought it was crystal. I was wrong. It was actually circuitry. Basically, what I needed was crystal. Yes, no, you are totally right, Steady McGetty. I was wrong. I remembered there was some crystal there, but then, I failed to help tapping the boathouse. By the way, if you're in the new survival mode and you're failing to defend your places, usually it's okay. You don't want to do it too much, though. Because they will not want to be your settlement anymore. But you can go ahead and do various quests to get that back. Okay, so there we go. We've saved. And now we're going to go ahead and run back over here. Run back over here. And see if we can take out these robots. Now, what you might think is, hey, robots probably have some of that resource on them, right? Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see if we get lucky here. Now, one of my favorite things to do here, of course, is that when you get to the castle, is kind of clear this whole area. There's all sorts of adventures to get into. So we're going to try it here. We're going to see how we do. Now, of course, I don't have that many, that much grenades or anything like that to use. So we're going to have to use our ingenuity. We're going to have to use our smarts to make this happen. So we're going to keep on going. Again, great place for Bloodleaf right here. Probably one of the best places other than Sanctuary. And we got all that guy's loot. So we didn't lose that. Hit the Q to make sure there's nobody else around here right now. And again, we're just going to run along here and loot. Here's some nice ragstag meat. Free stuff. Some beds here if we wanted to save right here. And who's this guy? Scavenger. Scavenger came over here. Was going to scavenge the stuff, but too slow. My stuff. I took it. Of course, they got... Notice how... They got some of the stuff here. Oh, wait. What we got right here? Got some stuff there. Let's see what that is. And again, we go into junk. We hit component view. Circuitry. And what do we want? Crystal. So, circuitry, easy to find. Crystal, not so much. So again, just kind of wander the wasteland. Again, I could just run back and I could send somebody over here. But this is part of the fun. Part of the fun is giving yourself a quest to do. And then going to it. And just doing that quest. By the way, if you have the jetpack, I'm going to show you a technique later when I have the jetpack to kill these little suckers. To kill these little suckers a lot easier. Whenever they just like pop out, you just jetpack up and you land on them. And you squish them. Works awesome. Works awesome for the little suckers. So again, we're just going to look along. What? I can't carry anymore. Apparently I forgot to put a whole bunch of stuff in there. Again, let's go ahead and look component view. What do we got? Circuitry. Oh, no crystal yet. No crystal. Hey, Piper. Come here. Piper.
Hey.
Let's trade with Piper. Oh, we didn't clear her out either. Bad Kismet. Bad. What do we got on us that's so heavy right now? Oh, we got ourselves some shotguns and stuff. All right. Well, we'll keep going. Pack of cigarettes. Nothing in here. Again, I love getting out in the wasteland and getting into trouble. Seeing what I can find. Oh, there it is. Microscope. Let's see what we got in as part of the microscope. Boom! That's why I love those microscopes. Right there. We've got our crystal. Let's go back and let's get that radio beacon going. Sup, scavenger. What's up with you? Wait. Oh, my alert. Still there. All right, grab it. Slow walking. All right. Can we get, we got any booze? Let's see if we got some booze that we can take. That's going to give us that extra bit. Whiskey! There we go. Now we don't have to go overburdened. And we can burn some fusion cores. Let's do it. Burn some fusion cores. So you can give yourself a kind of a fun little task, you know. Make it different every time you play. I've never done this before. Usually I have some settlements that are closer. And then I go ahead and just send somebody over and I create the supply line. I try to play different every time I play through. It adds to the variety of the game. It adds longer, so I play the game longer. So you don't, you know, you don't get burnt out on it. If you do the same thing over and over, I find it gets too easy. And there's no, like, thrill, kind of like the first time you played through. Like right now, this is the first time I played through in melee mode. First time I did this instead of going out and just very easily going to another settlement and then sending somebody over. So again, try to play differently each time you get the most out of your money. If you learn only one thing in my stream, and that is to get the most out of your games, to get the most out of the money you spent on your games. Don't burn through it in an hour. Of course, you can if you want. It's your game. You can do whatever you want. But for me, I like to get the most out of my cashola. There we go. We've got our radio beacon mission accomplished. Let's go ahead and tie it in here to this power. Boom, and our radio beacon is going. Notice we got one person right now. What's going to happen automatically right away is we're going to get a second person who's going to start walking toward the settlement right now. Now, let me go ahead and get out of my power armor. Let's go ahead and offload a bunch of the stuff that I know Piper has.
What you got for me?
Let's trade, Piper.
Take a peek.
Ooh, I get to take a peek. Cool. Combat armor right arm. Let's go ahead and take that back. Let's grab all that junk off of Piper. Now, here's the funny thing. That's what I did with my resources. I put them on Piper. That's where they went. I totally forgot. So we could have just looted Piper all of this time and had that thing. Because usually I bring some resources with me on purpose so I can build that radio beacon. I'm like, man, I could have sworn I put it somewhere. I put it on Piper, but it was sure a lot more fun running around looking for some. So there we go. I could have just got it off of Piper. How about that for funny? You like that? Everybody, crazy like that. He thought that was funny. Gee, man saying, how's everybody doing tonight? We are doing awesome up in here. Doing awesome. And shotgun shells, she doesn't need a lot of 45 for that Overseer's Guardian. Looking good. So we could have just totally just done it from her. So again, it's okay if you make mistakes in life, if you forget stuff, if you make mistakes, you die, you crash, all that stuff. It's all part of the adventure. It's all part of the journey. It's okay. Just enjoy yourself along the way. And when I do silly stuff like that, I just laugh. It's funny. It's funny to me. If you can't laugh at yourself, believe me, no one else is going to be able to take you seriously. If you can, at least laugh at yourself. Right? Don't take it too personal when you make mistakes, right? Because when you're little, you make mistakes all the time. This is what you do all the time, all day long, every day, right? And somehow along in your life, you stop giving yourself the freedom to make mistakes. It's like all of a sudden you can't make mistakes anymore. Like you have to be perfect and everybody has to look at you. And at every moment you have to project this perfection all the time, right? And I played along that game too when I was in my 20s and 30s. And then I realized that's a stupid game. That's a stupid game. I can't say that I don't know something. I can't learn new stuff because that's really the only way you're going to learn new stuff is admit that you don't know. Basically say, I don't know how to do that, right? That's how you're going to learn new stuff. Otherwise, you're basically blocking yourself from learning new stuff. And I don't do that anymore. I give myself the freedom to make mistakes. I give myself the freedom to do whatever I want and forget everybody else what they think. Forget what they think. If they come in and say, Kismet, you suck, or you're old, or whatever, I'm like, your opinion, bro. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Doesn't bother me anymore. When you're young, you know, that stuff bothers you a lot more. But after you get past a certain age, I just say, hey, when you've had a job 25 years and you reach to the top of your career and reach to the heights of you can go in your career, when you've been married for 25 years as well, you've been a strong man to a strong woman, then you can come talk smack to me. But instead, until that time, step off, bro. Step off. That's what I say. That's what I say. There we go. Lol, says Tyler. I love jumping off cliffs. Me too, Tyler. It's super fun. Super fun jumping off the cliffs. So there we go. So we could have done that as well, but watch what happens now. We've got the one person. Now notice we've got two people up there in the corner. You're like, Kismet, could you make that a little easier for me to see? Sure. Let me get my red arrow right here. People right here. You don't have to look all over the screen. I'm going to make it super easy. You don't have to look for what I'm talking about. Maybe you never played Fallout 4 before. Maybe you don't know where the people are. Right here. This tells me how many people I have in my settlement. That person who's walking around. What? Steady McGetty coming in with the big bada boom. There we go. I literally have to slam that key. Thank you so much for dropping the big bada boom on the stream. I appreciate it big time. More Kiss Caps for everybody in the stream. Again, make sure to show Steady McGetty lots of love in the chat, everybody, for dropping the big bada boom. Dropping it. Crushing it big time. Now, if you'd like to get some free bits, so we're going to go ahead and throw a link in the chat on how to get some free bits. Why am I so low today? So low in my little overseer's office, my overseer's window here. By the way, notice I'm using round. That's not easy to do, by the way, a round layout. It is incredibly difficult. It took me a while to figure out how to do it. I don't see anybody else doing a round layout because it's very difficult to make your camera round and then also make all of your background stuff round as well. Not easy, but I did it because I have the power of graphics. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw down a couple beds here, one for me and one for whoever else is going to sleep here. And then also notice that I have now access, and we're going to go through. Now, again, we were talking about supply lines earlier. Let's go back and look. See, we don't have a supply line yet. And we're going to go ahead and look at those turrets. How many turrets we can make. Right here. Turrets. Right now, we can make 10 because I just got a ton of resources from Piper. But we can make about 10. But we haven't set up our supply line yet. So we're going to go into the workshop mode. V. Then we're going to go over here to this guy. We're going to hit right here. Oh, wait. That's a Minuteman. That's that dude. That's that dude. Can't use that guy. He's the Minuteman guy. He's on the radio tower. My other guy somewhere. There he is. All right, here's my new settler. And I'm going to say Q supply line. And I can send him to anywhere. It doesn't matter where I can send him. But I'm going to go ahead and send him all the way up to Hangman's Alley. Like so. And then we're going to check our turrets again. How many turrets can we do now? About 15, 10. How many beacons can we do? Before, we can only do a couple. How many radio beacons can we do now? Oh, radio beacons. Get over there. We can do 49 radio beacons. And again, that's the power of the supply lines. Second, you set up a supply line, I can now use all of my resources from every single settlement that I have connected. And now I can make 49 radio beacons instead of just 1 or 2 radio beacons. Now, other thing I can do also is start to fortify the castle. Now, sadly, which I think is a huge bummer on Bethesda's part, that they made the castle not have enough building structure. Now, of course, you could add mods and make it unlimited, or you can cheat and glitch and all of that. But I would really have liked it if they had built it into the vanilla game where you could build up the castle more. Because the castle is like a big event in the game. This is like a big event that you've unlocked it and you've recovered it from a super hard boss, especially very early in the game, that you've basically destroyed it. But I just lobbed grenades at it. That's all I did. I just kept lobbing grenades until it died. That's how I got it in an immediately playthrough. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a bit on how to do stuff. Now, watch this. How are the walls? Remember, I could only do a couple. Now I can do 153. And you can see that right there. Sorry, my interface is just a little bit over, but look how coolly transparent that is. Isn't that cool? So, yeah, 153 is how many we can do now because we have access to the whole entire thing. Now, what we're going to do is first, we're going to try to block up a little bit of this. So if anybody does attack, we can have the ability to protect ourselves against that attack. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is build ourselves a little bit of defense. So we're going to go through, I need to go on floors first. And we're going to build up some walls here. So the great thing about the concrete kit, which is my favorite one, part of the contraptions, is that it can go into the walls like this. Like you actually built it out from the walls itself. Now, I usually start with one first, and then I'll walk out here and I'll take a look and say, oh, it's not quite out far enough. It's not quite aligned, right? And you can go in there and you can do this for hours, by the way. You can do this for hours and get it just so. And I love to come in here with the concrete kit and see what I can do. See how legit I can get it to look, right? See, you can get it pretty legit there. You can try to push it in there. You can also get a wall and try to push it in there and so on. But I like to kind of tinker with it and see how far in there I can get it. I can also put it down lower and then attach another one to it if I want to. But I find putting up a bit higher nudge it in and kind of this in this corner here. That's pretty good. Now, also what I want to do, of course, is create a doorway. Want to go ahead and put that in there. So we'll go ahead and put, now it's very dangerous to have my back this way, by the way. Very dangerous to have my back that way, because who knows what might come up there and get me. Now, I don't know what it is, but I like the red door. I like the red door, so I'm going to go ahead and put the red door right here. Now, notice how it doesn't snap. It doesn't snap to this because it is too low and it's at a weird angle right now. If I try to snap it to it, it won't do it because I don't have the ability to snap it there. Right? Because it's only can only sit so far down in the thing. But I can manually go in, try to align it as best I can along that edge. Oh, that was not bad, actually. Not bad. And then again, go back, use some more concrete. Again, I have my back to the danger right now. Not a very smart idea, but there we go. There we go, and we'll go ahead and put this in here. And so you don't have to always snap it. Another great thing to learn here is you can manually go in and try to get it as good as you can, right? It's not bad. Not bad. And then over here, of course, we want to try to snap it into the wall here or put a wall in there to try to protect them from coming through there. Again, you can try to snap these in here, but notice how they don't snap in. Notice that? These little ones don't snap. These ones won't snap. But if we go ahead and do this, and try to snap a wall up here, right? Or like a side wall like this, is the better way to go. Snap that up there. Then we can come back, and we can use our little ones, because they're going to try to snap to the side of this. Come on, there we go. We can snap it to the side of that. We can then snap it down here. Use that as a kind of a frame to push it back this way. And then we can use it, of course, to snap this way and kind of fill in this gap a little bit. Like so. Look what I just did in 2 seconds. I just showed you how to snap other things together and make it look totally legit. See? Nice, huh? Nice. So we made that look legit. We've got it closed off. And, of course, we can do the same thing over here. But first, we have to get in this door. And you're like, oh, Kismet, you locked yourself out, bro. I'm never locked out if I'm at my settlement. So I can just pick this up, walk through it. I hit the tab key, and it's going to put it right back to where it was before. So you can always get back in your settlement if you did lock yourself out, like I almost did there. So there we go. So we've got a nice platform that we've got started here. We've got a doorway we've got started, and we've got some pretty decent defense where people can't just run in there. Right now, me, I cannot leave this gap. I just can't. It's not in my DNA. So I've got to fix that as well. So we're going to go ahead and put this here. And then again, we're going to go ahead and use our, we're going to use our skinny ones here to build a little bit more. Now we're not going to be doing settlements all night long. I know some of you like to watch me do settlements. Some of you like me to go out and blow up stuff. And we're going to be doing all of that. All of that today. And again, we'll go ahead and just move this out of our way. Hit tab, come around the corner, and see if we can kind of fill in that. Maybe grab this one. Try to snap it in there. And if it won't go in there, by the way, you can also step it back a little bit. And again, we can also move the wall. Do that as well. And then hit tab. Goes right back. And we'll go ahead and... Oh, not that. Get rid of this wall. We can try to step this one down in here. Like so. We can also step it forward. Like this. We can kind of step it through the wall a little bit. You can use your scroll wheel to scroll forward. Try to get it to snap. Again, I find you've got to fuddle with it. I say that quite often in the stream, that you've got to fuddle with it. So you start one and you kind of walk it. So watch this as I can walk it outside. And then I can walk it, oops, walk it over here. And then I can then put another one here. And then there. And then legit. Legit. See, you can kind of walk it a little bit, too. You can kind of really use these kind of slender things. And that's why the concrete kit is the single greatest thing in the game. Because you can set it in the ground, you can set it, offset it, you can kind of manipulate it by using different pieces as scaffolding until you get it just the way you want it, which that's exactly the way I want it. I want it so they can't get in the sides, and it looks pretty legit, looks pretty legal. It's not floating in the air or nothing like that. All right, looking good. Now, that's a great start. But I want it to be a bit higher. I want it to be way up here so we can take a real good shot across here. So what I'm going to do is going to continue to build it up here a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and use our kind of long walls here. And you're like, Kismet, how do you get that long wall in there, bro? Well, here's what you got to do. You've got to do a little bit of fuddling. I know. Up here comes Claptraps, throwing it in. Here comes some more bits, the big bada bits. Woo, 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 flying everywhere goes the bits. Final Nightmare saying, hi, Kismet. Hanging out on the stream. I know the feeling, says Crazy. I just entertaining to blow it up. Can't help myself. Exactly. Fun to blow it up. It is fun to drop the big bada boom. I do appreciate everybody goes in there, sprinkles some love in that dragon chalice over there, and then drops a big bada boom on it. Appreciate it. All right, so we want to kind of set this out a little bit further. How can we do that? We can go ahead and use this wall right here, and then use that to kind of create a kind of wall defense, like so. It's going to let me snap it in there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. So you got to kind of rotate a little left, rotate a little right. You know, pray to the wall gods that it's going to give it to you. And there you go. See, I know. Once you know it's possible. RJ Phoenix also with a bada boom coming up. Whoa, made him go flying. Very nice. Very nice. Thanks for dropping the big bada boom in there. Awesome sauce. So there we go. That looks pretty nice. Pretty nice. Except for some of you are going, Kismet. It's floating, bro. It's floating. I don't like the floating. Make it not float. For you, I'm going to do it. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and extend this on like so. Put this out here. Try to get it to snap in there. Come on. I'll just snap it right there. Like so. Now, notice how it's not snapping here? It's not letting me kind of put it here. I can kind of just make it happen, right? You can just move it away a little bit. And it takes a little finesse here. Little finesse to make that work. Make it a little bit higher, a little bit shorter. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I do that a bit manually there. But there we go. Now it looks like it's kind of a pillar holding it up. We got this side pillar holding it up. Of course, I can go through and just like make it even more embellished if I want to. Also, I can make it even easier on myself by just simply pulling the wall forward and trying to snap it in there. But look what happens. Look what happens when you start to snap it, right? It starts to get all funky and stuff. Hit tab, put it back. Looks good. Looks good. Now again, we could pull it out even further and then try to line it up flat, but I kind of like the overhang a little bit. I like the overhang because I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to go ahead and build a kind of short platform right down here for kind of a lower kill box. Now notice how my kill box does not go in there. Notice how I can't, or I mean my short platform does not go in there. I can only put it over here, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll just put it across here like so. And again, we'll take that door out. We hit tab, drop it back there. Looking good. Now let's go ahead and do some power. And again, we're just going to be doing this just for a bit here, building some settlements, showing you how I get this thing going. There we go. Just so we got that door open now. We've built some high walls here to kind of defend ourselves if we're standing up here. We're going to need ourselves kind of a floor here. And again, because these... because this is not snapped together, because these aren't snapped perfectly, you're going to have trouble putting your floor in here. Johnny Knoxville fan has dropped the Dragon Hammer, crushed that follow button, and became part of the Kismet Army. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you hanging out in the stream. Now, of course, we can put a small platform here and all of that, but what we really want to do is we want it to work, right? We want it to work where the door doesn't quite block it. So we can't move it down. We can move it backwards or we can move it further out, right? And again, we could really mess around with this a bit. But what we want to do is kind of just nudge it forward just enough, like so, where it's kind of a little bit away. And we're going to fix that gap here in a second. But we're going to go ahead and see now if we can put in that floor. Now we can put the floor in, right? So sometimes you build stuff, you take it away, you move it, you add things. Don't just think you have to put it down in one move. Sometimes it takes several moves to put stuff down. And there we go. We're going to go ahead and grab this, try to move this back just a little bit. Try to get as close as we can to that edge. Now, if there's a gap in there, we know what to do, right? We're going to go ahead and use some of our concrete poles right here. Try to snap that in there. Notice how it's not snapping. Well, hey, let's just walk it. Let's just walk it across. We're going to put two of them and just walk it all the way across like so. Legit. Same thing over here. So I've created a doorway that's offset. Oh, I want that actually to be back there. I've created a doorway that's offset. Now I can also use this pole right here and just try to do that and try to walk it. Same thing. Use some pre-existing ones. Now sometimes it's going to get stuck like that one, and sometimes you can go ahead and just do it manually. If you've got the skills, and you can just nudge it right up in there, try to get it in there manually. But in my case, I'm just going to try to walk it. Let's see if we can walk it out this way maybe a little bit. Come on. Does not want to walk. Again, sometimes you're going to have this problem where it just doesn't do what you want it to do. So you got to kind of manually go through and fix it. Notice how, oh, we got a little bit of snap going there. Bring it forward. There we go. And, oh, and just keep walking it. Wrong one. Keep walking it. So you get it over there. Now, see, I can't do it. I'm too close to the door. All right, that's going to be too close to the door. Let's just manually do it. Forget it. Let's do it. Now, we got a snap there. Put that in the workbench so we're not snapping to that. Close. Close. Got to back it up just a little bit. Now, there's something blocking it right now, which is probably this platform or this thing right here. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. We can just snap it to the end as well. If we want to do that, we can move these platforms out like this. Snap this in here instead. So again, now, if you're a perfectionist like me, you could not leave that like that, right? I'm just showing you some ideas of what you could do. Now me, when I do something, I don't mind building it and then tearing it down and building it again until I get it just right. So what we're going to do is actually tear the whole thing back down again just by hitting tab and then I hit E. So tab, E on the keyboard if you're on PC or whatever your action key is. So you can just take all that out like so. Now this time what we want to do is we want to actually use the door and we're going to straighten it out. Right, try to line it up to this outside edge like so. Try to move it in such a place where it's pretty flat right there, fairly flat right there, maybe a little bit left. There we go. Not so straight though. Again, I'm using kind of my mouse. I'm rotating my mouse with my hand to angle it a little bit better. Again, just try to go over here. Try to move just a little bit out there. Try to keep the angle straight. And this takes a lot of practice, by the way. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of trial and error. So again, we'll go back in. We'll go ahead and get our flooring like so. And again, the flooring does not snap. Notice how it doesn't snap to that, but your walls do. So you can go ahead and utilize your walls to kind of set it up. And if you want to go ahead and use that flooring, you can use that afterwards. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and do some walls like this. Straight across. And look at that. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now, you might be like, Kismet, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. It's not perfectly straight. I can't handle it. That's okay. That's okay, because I'm going to pick the entire thing up, the whole wall, and I'm going to angle the whole wall, all of the connected areas. I'm going to show you guys how to do it right now. So I'm going to hold down E, and that's going to get us the whole wall. And then I'm going to move my mouse like this, little rotation, to get it lined up. Oh, Kismet, now you're talking, bro. Now you're talking. Look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Still a little bit on this side. Again, hold down E. Do a little bit right, left, a little bit right, left. Drop it in there. Keep working it. Work it, Kismet. Work it. Look for those gaps. No gaps. A little bit of gap there. Maybe just a touch. Just a little sprinkle. A little bit. Oh, Kismet, so close. So close to awesome. So close to awesome, Kismet. It's so close. Now, again, I'm the type of person that will fiddle with this for an hour. For an hour. Just this one thing. No, we're not going to do that tonight, though. But I will, if I was not on stream, I would literally sit here until this thing is perfectly lined up, pretty much like it is right now. Perfectly lined up across both edges so that it doesn't have any seam. It's all the way across perfectly. And it lines up to the wall. There's no wall sticking outside of it. The doorway is perfectly set up in a nice flat range, which is the actual entrance right there. And legit. Legit nice, right? Now, we want to go ahead and put some platforms up there. So we're going to go ahead and put this wall up, which is going to allow us to put some platforms. Now, I'm going to actually put walls up double high. So we're going to build a different one now. It's kind of a different structure. Like so. And again, you can use either types. You can use the flat ones. You can use this. This particular thing, I use walls because I have a doorway. If I didn't have a doorway, I would just use the kind of brick ones, which work just as good. Now, of course, I'm going to need some platforms, so I'm going to have to build one more wall way up here at the top. Now, this is just a temporary wall. And again, if you are liking this, everybody, throw this in the chat. If you are liking to learn some of my advanced building techniques here at the castle, which you can use actually anywhere, throw one in the chat. I'd like to know. I'd like to know if you guys are enjoying all this awesomeness that I'm spreading in your direction. All right, and we'll go ahead and make a stairwell. That is kind of off to the side here, away from the doorway, so we can go under it. There we go. And up here we go, and look at this beautiful platform. Let's take this down. Oh, this calls for a Kismet kill box right here. This calls for a Kismet kill box. Now, also, you're going to notice that I just also created something else. What did I just create here, everybody? That's right, I created a platform that I can utilize to walk from one side to the other. So very, very nice way of setting up the castle here. So not only are you defended, not only do you have a door you can go in and out of, but you're also create a platform to go from one side to the other. Good night, kids. I got a few hours. See you tomorrow. See ya, Monsterholic. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. And thanks, everybody, for that ones. Look at all the ones that are enjoying this. Okay, and you guys know what's coming next, right? The Kismet kill box. If you've been in my stream before, or maybe you haven't been, this is one of the greatest ways to defend your settlements. It's super cheap. It works incredibly good. Instead of just having 1 or 2 turrets coming to bear, all of your turrets will come to bear on those enemies. So we're going to go ahead and build basically a small platform. We're going to go ahead and put some heavy machine guns for now. Later on, we'll add some rockets and lasers. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and just build up a gigantic Kismet kill box. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. It is a thing of beauty. Now, let's imagine we're the raider or the super mutant, right? And here we are. We're like, easy target. The castle. There's no way they could have set up some defenses by now. We're going to run in there. We're going to get them. What? Oh my gosh. 8 turrets, heavy turrets firing at us at the same time. Even I couldn't get in here if I didn't have a sniper to snipe these things from a long way. They would annihilate me, especially in the new survival mode, before I got anywhere close to this sucker. So there you go. Kismet kill box. Set it up real high. Now here's another advantage of the Kismet kill box. If they should happen to get into your settlement, what happens if they appear in your settlement? You know what's going to happen? Every one of those turrets are going to turn around and fire this way as well. So it fires in 360 degrees, no matter where they are. Try it in your settlements. It'll transform the way you do your settlements. Now, if you want to know more about the Kismet kill box and about how to become an awesome settlement overseer, I'm going to go ahead and throw that link in the chat for you to go ahead and check it out on YouTube. There's a ton of awesome guides in there for you guys to check out. All right. Now, another thing we could do, of course, is we could fix this gap over here in the corner. It'll be okay, but I'm going to fix it just for the fun of it. But it does take up a bit of our resources, so I'm going to show you guys how awesome the concrete kit is. So if you wanted to fix this area right here, you could go in and try to do this, of course. Try to get that wall to go in there, right? Or you can go ahead and go use a smaller one, like this, and just snap it to the end. And again, fill in that gap. Like that. Easy. Easy mode, right? Looks good. Looks good over there. Let's go check and see if we've got any gap over here. We don't want to get shot. Ah, that's good. That's good over there. But for me, I would leave this gap because I don't want to burn up some of the extra resources that I'm going to be using in there. Kind of hard for them to shoot me in there anyway. All right, looking good. Now, we got to also set something else up. We're going to go ahead and take that power away from there. We're going to go ahead and store this in the workbench. We're going to need to run our power from way over here to the other side. Now, something has happened that I acknowledge that makes it difficult for you guys to watch me build. And that is, it got dark while we were building. So I'm going to go ahead and forward the time here so that you guys can see me build in the daytime. Don't have to watch me build in the dark. I do consider people who are watching. Kismet, I posted a pic of your bot on my Twitter. Awesome. Awesome. Make sure to put @KismetBP in there so it comes to mine too. So there we go. All right, so now it's daytime. Let's go ahead and take a look at that Kismet kill box. Let's see how it looks. Oh, yeah, baby. Kismet kill box on the loose. Now, we want to tie all of our power together. So we're going to go ahead and start building some power. And again, I'm going to build a little bit faster tonight so that you guys can see me kind of build out the castle and we get back to some questing. So you notice how I put this really close, by the way. I put it really close first, then I attach it. Then I just go for a walk until it turns red. Once it's red, I know I'm too far away. Then I go ahead and get a little bit closer until it turns green, like so, and I've gone kind of the max distance that I can go with that one. I'll put another one real close, Put that across to here, and then go ahead and run this way over here. Farthest I can go. I could even put it up here if I really wanted to, if it's far enough up. Too far. Too far. So we'll put it here, and then we'll go ahead and tie it in to the rest of the power. Now, it might be like, Kismet, why is the door not opening, bro? You ran into the power. Well, it doesn't have enough power to power that door. So we need to add some more power. So I'm going to go ahead and add another generator. Now, I'm not a big fan of putting generators on the ground, but in this case, we'll go ahead and do it, and then we'll watch the door open. See, the door opened over there. Now, we've also got another problem of, how do we close that door when we're in the middle of danger? I'm going to show you the coolest way using the Contraptions DLC. Big fun. A lot of fun you can do with all the DLC, pretty much. But if you love to build, you definitely want to go get the Contraptions DLC. I highly recommend it. Now, we've got a target pulse, which is great for firing off fireworks, which just does a pulse like that. Does it on and then turns it right off. Or you can have a target toggle, which either turns it on and then turns it off, right? And I like to put it up nice and high, somewhere where I can see it and I can target it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it way up here, kind of on the side here if it's going to let me. Come on. Oh, I know you go there. I know you go there. Get up there. Oh, it's so feisty today. You're so feisty. You're so feisty. All right, there we go. So we got our target up there. And then instead of running it to the door, what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this out. Now, by the way, it's really great that they've taken away the copper. It doesn't require copper anymore to run these lines, so it's not costing you a fortune every time you redo your lines. So it's awesome. Awesome. So there we go. So we've got the target toggle on. I go ahead and get my pistol. Like so. Boom!
Any chance we could try and keep straight
Door open.
my obituary?
Boom! Oh, I missed it. Boom! There we go. And door closed. So you can close all your doors instantly by just shooting that one thing. So if you're getting attacked and you don't want them just to run right into your base, you want them to get annihilated by the Kismet kill box, boom, you take that, you hit that, it closes it up, and you hit it again, boom, opens the door up. How about that for super cool? Try it in your settlements as well. Now over here, we're going to do the same thing, except for I'm going to show you an even cooler way and faster way to cover this up so people can't run up in here. So let's do the same kind of thing we had before, and we're going to utilize some of the stuff that we took away from over there, this kind of flooring right here, and we're simply going to put the flooring in, and we're just going to very quickly snap it together like this. Now again, we're going to use the same technique we used before. We're going to hold down E. We're going to get all three of them at once, and then we can just simply bring them over here and fill in that gap like totally legit. Making sure it's in the ground so it doesn't look like it's floating. Of course, it's your base, your game. You can do whatever you want. For me, I don't like it to float. And there we go. Just that easy, just that quick. We just blocked off this whole area. Nothing can get in there. We go like this. Look in here and like, Kismet's kind of sticking out a little bit. That's okay. We can fix that. We go on this side. Hold down E. Back it up. Back it on up in there. Get it totally legit. Like you just kind of fix the wall, right? Totally legit. Do a little bit of nudging this way and turning your mouse that way and fiddle with it until you get it just like you like it. I'm going to go with that. Looks good. They can't get under there. They can't shoot nobody under there. Looks good. They can't get in there, but I can get in there because I can just hit this, hit E, get the thing, hit tab, boom, it puts it right back there. I'm good. That's it. That's all you need. Now it's blocked off. No one's going to be able to get in on that side. Now, you probably can guess what we're going to do next, right? You can probably guess exactly what we're going to do over on this side. So they can't just run up past the wall and run up in here and shoot us from on high because we want to have the high ground. We don't want them to have the high ground. So we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go ahead and get two of these. If we can get them to sit on here. There we go. Just float them in the air for a second. And then again, hold down E. We're going to get both of them at the same time. Make sure you're not too close to anything else. We'll go ahead and put them in here and see if it lets us put them in. Now in here, you got to just kind of back it up a little bit, nudge a little forward, a little backwards, until you get it just kind of up on the edge there to where it's nicely blocked. There we go. Now we blocked that off. They can't just run in there. Looks good. Close the doors. Nice. Nice. So there you go. Big trick on how to get it going on. How to get it going on. Magic Wolf Lady saying hi, crazy. And hello to everybody. Sorry, I'm getting very much in the zone today. Very much in the zone. I hope you guys are liking this. This is one of my favorite places to build. I wish they had made it so we could build a bit easier on here. One of the things also I like to do on this particular section here is so I can very quickly get up to the kill box is just go ahead and throw yourself a little bit of a ladder there so you can get right up here. Now, I found that you can get just 2 of them. Ought to be enough to block it. If you don't like it, because this is kind of a little bit this way, you can go ahead and kind of move it that way a little bit, but also it acts as a ramp to run from one side to another, which is pretty great. Pretty great to do. Now, of course, this is where I built the very first Kismet Killbox 2.0, and I'm going to build one right now for you because I love to watch people get annihilated right here. Now, I'm going to build one out of concrete. Usually I build it out of wood, but I'm going to build this one out of concrete if it lets me here. Come on. Oh, we got to get rid of these eggs first. Got to get rid of these eggs first. We'll build it over here. So the first thing I do when I'm building a kind of a nicer kill box is I will start with one of these metal ladders, and then I will go ahead and start with some of these small platforms. Now, the key to the Kismet kill box is the small platform. This way, it gives the ability for it to turn in 360 degrees and to fire. And so we're going to just go ahead and put these all the way across here. That's probably, that's good enough. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and put our ladder on this side. So we're going to have a double ladder there. And then we can even try to set it in the ground. It's going to be a little bit too far. So we're going to go ahead and do this like so. And this is not going to snap to that, which drives me a little bit crazy. But look, you can kind of fuddle with it and make it work. All right, there we go. And now, oh, baby, Kismet kill box time. Now, usually I move my kill box back a little bit more, but I got to wait for all this stuff to clear, and then I got to clear out that defense thing, then I can move it back. But for right now, I'll just go ahead and show you. So all you really need is you need a kill box over here, a kill box over there, and really don't even need that many turrets over there. We need more turrets on this side, typically. And then we're going to put a couple on the end there, and then we'll be styling. Styling. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put our turrets right in the middle, by the way, right in the middle of each platform. Try to do it quickly so you can put them down quickly before they start to rotate. Right there. And there we go. Kismet kill box on the loose. There we go. And those are MK5s there, by the way. They do have different ratings of turrets. Some of them shoot rockets. Some of them shoot different levels. Right here, of course, anything that comes running up and wants to attack the castle, gonna get annihilated. If you'd like to see the video where I very first did the Kismet Killbox 2.0 here with the smaller platforms, I've tried them everywhere. I've tried them below the thing. I've tried them on top of the building. I've tried them on different defenses and walls and all that kind of cool stuff. This is one of the few places that I build walls, by the way. This definitely you need walls here because they do get in the middle of your base and do kill your people. So you definitely need some walls to defend them from trying to sneak in the sideways. And they have to run around. And what I like to do is I like to purposely make them run toward the doorways. So if they're running toward that doorway, or they're running toward the doorway down here, by the time they get halfway there, they've got annihilated by your Kismet kill box. So again, let's go ahead and pretend we're the raiders. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the doors already open. Good. You want to go ahead and leave your doors open for that purpose. And here you are. You think you're just Mr. Big Stuff, right? You can come in here. I'm going to raid this, baby. Oh, no! And then all this thing is showering down on you. And you can't get in there. You got to run in the front door. So you got to at least get to here. And by that time, you got a whole bunch of people right here in front of you shooting at you from the other side. Also, you can build a little mini kill box right here. So that it basically fires through the door if they are coming through the door. So fun thing to do. Build a little bit of an arch and then it can shoot down at them when they're trying to run through there. Fun thing to do. All right. Now, we've done that. We've got our defenses set up now. We're good. Our walls are good. Now, again, one of the problems, of course, with this location is the fact that you can't build very much. Look at my size up there. Look at my size. I'm already running out of stuff that I can build, which is like almost makes me cry. Almost makes me cry because I really want to build a lot of awesome stuff here, like a giant tower or something really cool here at the castle. Of course, you can get mods for that. You can get mods for unlimited building and all of that. But it would be much better in the vanilla. I think they should update it where this area could have more building, even in the vanilla version, even though they're not going to add any more DLC. That would be nice. That would be nice to go through and kind of retrofit some of the settlements so you can build a bit more at those settlements, especially the castle. Of any of them, I think the castle should definitely have the ability to build more. So, what else do we need to do? Because we're going to run out of size right now here at this location. What else do we need to do? Well, we need to start a settlement. We've got to get a settlement going on. So we're going to go ahead and start with some fun. I think I'm going to do some prefabs today. Let's go ahead and do a prefab warehouse. That sounds fun. So here's a big old warehouse. Now, why am I going to build a prefab warehouse? Well, these people got a place to stay. They got a place to live. Now, I don't want to put it here by the door, obviously, because I don't want them to get shot while they're sleeping. I don't want to put it way over here by that door. Over here might be good, but of course, we're going to be doing that quest later. So really, the only place I could probably find a spot is maybe over here this time. We're going to go ahead and try to build it over here. Now, we do have to leave and come back, so all this other stuff disappears. But we're going to see if we can just sneak it back here in this back corner, which looks pretty good. We can still get to the stairwell. We've got a nice little place. Now, why did I build this? Well, this is where they're going to sleep. And again, once you have a lot of resources, like I'm starting to get more and more resources right now. I can build about 50 turrets, which means I have a massive amount of resources. I can then, embellish a little bit more. I can do some more basic building. I can do some more super building or mega building. So basic building is just what I'm about to do here. Just throw a whole bunch of sleeping bags down because, hey, what do they want for free? What do they want for free? These guys are living in luxury. They actually got a building to sleep in, where my other settlements typically do not. And then after this basic build, I will come back and make this into a super build, which will start making me tons and tons of cash. And then later, I will do what I call a mega build, which is incredibly humongous builds. Like I built like 3 towers before, 3 gigantic towers up super, super high. One of my favorite builds that I've done. And then, of course, we ran out of space in there, so some people are going to sleep out here. Sorry, bros. Sorry, bros. So I'm going to do about 23 beds here to start. And then they're also going to need some food and water. Now, right now, we have the ability to do a whole bunch of water if it was tied in. And we're going to go look over here somewhere. Out here. Like so. So right out there, we've got the ability to tie in some power, but for some reason, it's currently not on. And you're like, Kismet, why is that not on, bro? Well, it's not on because we don't have enough power. We've got to have enough power to produce that water purifier out there. So I'm going to go ahead and add, again, another power. Again, you want to prioritize your defense, prioritize your power first before you start embellishing your locations. There we go. Notice how the 25 was red there up at the top, and now it's not red. That means it needed enough power to run the water. Now, if you notice up there in that corner, we also now have, boom, some lovely, lovely water going right now. 40 water from that water purifier, which means we don't need to put any water down, except for we do. We do need to put some water down. Like, Kismet, what do you mean? Why would you need to put some water down when you got 40 water producing? Well, for the simple fact that we need to drink out of it, so we don't have to use up our purified water, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put this kind of over here in my kind of resource area. Let's say right there. We're also going to get rid of this ugly bed because it's ugly. That's a good reason. That's a good reason to just about do anything. Let's go ahead and grab a bed here. Let's put this over here. This is going to be our bed. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my arrow as well. And then also we're going to need some other resources. One of the things we're going to need, of course, is the ability to repair our power armor. There we go. Again, we have access to all of our other resources everywhere else because we set up those supply lines. We can now see that by hitting C. When we're in our map, we can see we've got a supply line now linking it to the whole rest of our settlements. So we have a massive amount of resources here. Now, I find the castle gets attacked quite often. So that's why you got to have some really good defense. Now, what's a great way to feed your people? Well, a great way to feed your people, of course, is mute fruit. It is a great way to get your settlement started. And I build basically mute fruit farms at the beginning. Notice I have 328. Notice I build mute fruit farms at the beginning so that over time, while I'm out exploring and doing things, they're putting mute fruit into there, which allow me to use it in all the rest of my settlements. One of the probably best things to do is to start that at sanctuaries, typically where I start it. But we're going to need at least 24 food, but here, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Do we get 3? No. 3, 4, 5, and doesn't have to be perfect. 6. Okay, in groups of 6. We're going to try to get 24, so that's going to be 4 groups of 6. I'm going to speed up a little bit here. You guys get the idea. Okay, there we go. There's 2 rows right there. Again, if you want them to be protected, you can also put it along the side of a building like this. So it'll have a little bit of protection. So they can't shoot your stuff. And you can go ahead and do it kind of like this in 2 groups of 3. I'll get that other one in there. Come on, I know you want to go in there. There we go. Or 4 and 2, whatever. And then, of course, you can also spread them out and kind of put them under this overhang here. Another great place. And it doesn't have to be in perfect rows. If you got to have it in perfect rows and build a little picket fence and whatever, go for it. That's part of the fun. So there we go. Now, as people arrive, they're going to automatically go to that food and take care of that food. Right now, I've only got 2 people. I've got the person who is running the thing right here, the transmitter, and then of course I've got my provisioner. But over time, I'm going to get more people here, and as I travel back to where I go to the drive-in and also Red Rocket, I will send a bunch of people here, and this place can be full in no time. In no time. Now, we did a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and save. We did a lot of stuff. Let's save. So we are absolutely crushing this playthrough. We are crushing it. Probably the best playthrough I have done out of the 5 playthroughs that I've done. I played over 1,600 hours, approaching 1,700 hours here in Fallout 4, if not past it by now. Haven't looked lately.
Plan on using a robot.
But very, very awesome start to the game here. We're only in our 30s, I think, here level-wise. Let's take a look. Oh, and I got a level up. I think, yeah, I'm in my 35. I stopped looking after a while. Usually after level 40, no big deal. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here at 35. And I keep track of my of all of my stuff that I do along the way for you guys. In case somebody asks me, hey, Kismet, what are your traits that you went into and what order you went into? That's how hardcore I am. That's how hardcore I am for my peeps on the stream. Now, the next thing we said we are going to do at level 35 was science, because we're trying to build up science here so that we can do a whole lot more cool stuff, like advanced turrets. We can also do some more high-tech mods. We got one more to go in science, and then we'll have that at maximum. So, very nice. Very nice. I think we're going to do that at 36. Yes, at 36, we're going to lock that in. And we got that done. We've got ourselves, let's go ahead and check. We've got everything. We've got 24 food. 43 water, which is awesome. Enough power. We got 112 defense, which is great, because if you add 40 to 24, it's going to be around 60 or 70. We got 112, so it's going to get attacked much less than anything else. Our happiness is on the rise up there, 47%, and we're not quite maxed out. Now, I could go build them a house. I could go build them some more advanced stuff, and I will do that eventually. But for right now, let's just fix our power armor. Let's do it. Let's fix it. Let's go ahead and repair all of that stuff. And I'm missing a few pieces of my power armor, which is kind of cool, though, because you can just literally get out of there, turn around, go to the power armor station, and take your, grab your power armor right out of there, like so. Then go into craft, and then repair, and then hit R to equip. So T to repair, R to equip. There we go. All of our power armor back up and running. I'm doing a mixture of a T60 and T45 right now. Eventually, of course, I will get all of the armor in the entire game and build myself a mega build where I have it as a giant museum. It'll be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome when we get to that. But let's go ahead and keep doing some questing now. I think that was enough settlement building for now. Man, how much time we got? Oh, time goes by so quickly. So quickly. So quickly. All right. Oh, wait, let's save first before we go out there. And there's some things we need to do before we leave, actually. There's some things we need to do. One of those things, of course, is to take care of my water down there. Now, some of you are like, Kismet, why are you not taking care of your water and food down there? You don't need to. You really don't need to until you start taking damage. Especially when you're just standing in your settlements. Until you're ready to leave your settlements, don't worry about it. If you start taking damage, then go ahead and take care of it. But until you're starting to leave your settlements, you don't need to worry about it at all. At all. Now, another thing I need to do is go in here and go ahead and grab out this particular first aid station. And so later on, when some more of my people show up, I'll have a first aid station right there. I can come back and get myself healed. Like right now, I have a condition on me where I can go ahead and just use my antibiotics. And then the second I use my antibiotics, I will then go ahead and drink some more water, like so. And we've got plenty of food, but we do need to get some more weapons and ammo and all of that stuff and send a lot of our stuff down here. But we're going to go get into some trouble first. We're going to go get into some trouble around this area. All right, we took care of that. Now, what's something else I can do here at the settlement while I'm stopping by here? Because I'm going to be coming in and out of here a lot over the next kind of few playthroughs. Is we can also put in here, here it is. No, it's under miscellaneous. Miscellaneous, way at the end. Now, there's a decontamination arch, which is awesome, which we're going to put right there. Then what we're going to do is go ahead and backtrack here. And we're going to go all the way out of here to switches. Again, contraptions DLC is awesome. And we're going to go ahead and put it, let's go ahead and put it right here. And we're going to run power from our recruitment beacon. Yes, you can chain it from there and run it here to our decontamination arch. I'm going to go ahead and stand here, turn this on, and now our sprayer's on. But hey, it went off. So every time I walk across here, it turns my sprayer on, and I can try. Now, it doesn't always work the first try, by the way. Sometimes you got to kind of fuddle with it. And sometimes the thing is too far away from it. So you grab it, move it a little bit closer. Mr. Welch, hello, Kismet, he says, dropping the bits. And you just keep trying until it's just like, okay, cool. It got my radiation. There we go. Notice it got my radiation down there in the corner. Good to go. And we did a whole bunch more stuff. Let's go ahead and sleep for another hour. Notice when you sleep for an hour, it doesn't heal you. But if you sleep for a whole 8 hours, it will heal you. And because I have Piper, who's my romantic companion, she's all the way to max affection with me. So I will get that lover's embrace, which is going to give me bonus to my thing. Now, one of the things that always happens to me when I sleep is, look, I got another condition down there. I got that darn red thing. So now I've got parasites. I use I use antibiotics there. I accidentally use a 10-pack too. Use another antibiotic, which is really obnoxious that it does that every single time, almost. Then I got to go drink the water. Here's my water right here. Like so, to get my water back. Now, you have some herbal things that you can try to fight that off with, but I find them mostly useless. Mostly useless. And again, let's go ahead and save. This time we'll go ahead and save till the morning time. Get that going on. What do you think about Fallout 4 coming to VR? I totally want to do that. I think that would be the only game I would probably play in VR. I think I would totally do it. If Bethesda wants to send it to me and a VR headset, I will beta test it for them forever. I'll beta test them for hours. I'll beta test it for another 1,600 hours in-game. I have a lot of hours in-game. A crazy amount. Crazy amount. Make sure to say hello to everybody in the chat. Everybody. Diamond Eye says hello. Finally able to come back and check out the stream. Well, guess what, Diamond Eye? Diamond Eye, bro. We have been waiting for you. We have been waiting for you in the stream because you know what? We owe you some love. We owe you some love in the stream, and we're going to give it to you right now while you're hanging out in the stream. That's right. We're going to give you, because you are a sub of the stream, we're going to give you that 2,000 bonus Kiz Caps, that one-time bonus for being a subscriber. We're going to dish it out to you right now. Come on, mods. Give them that 2,000. Oh, but they're already on it. Look at that crazy. Crazy's already on it before I even said it. That's how you know you got some good mods. That's why my mods are the best mods on Twitch. I know everybody says that, but I know it for sure. I know it for sure. So congratulations, Diamond Eye. There we go. Gave you that Kiz Cap love. Make sure to show lots of love to Diamond Eye in the stream, everybody, for that supporting of the stream, for subscribing, keeping this stream going. Keeping this stream going. That sounds amazing. I would totally do it. Even though I have terrible vertigo, I would do it anyway. Even with vertigo, I'm sure I would be so dizzy in there. But I'd try it. Come on, Bethesda. Bring it. Bring it, bro. I'll do it. I'll do it melee mode. I'll do it melee mode. And I still got to do settlements, though. I have to do settlements because I love settlements. Sorry. That is a condition of playing it. But I will even do it melee mode. I will do it grenades only. I'll do it that way. I'll do it with a pointy stick and run around and kill everything in the wasteland with a pointy stick. I'll totally do it. I'm up for it. All right. So there we go. So we saved. We've got rid of all of our conditions. We have 0 stuff on us right now. Let's go ahead and go back here to the workbench and let's get some stuff back out. All right. What do we need to take with us? We don't need to take any of that stuff. Let's take some Deathclaw steaks. Great mentats are good. Grilled ragstag. Oh, we're going to take some of that. Murloc Queen steak. Oh, that's some good stuff. Oh, Mr. Welch coming in with a big bada boom. Oh, nice. And also throwing a ton of bits in there. Showing that bit love to the Dragon Chalice over there. Show Mr. Welch some love in the chat. Crushed it. Oh, new today top donator is Mr. Welch. Has crushed the top donator of today. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for that big bada boom. I love it when people big bada boom. Oh, there's an extra big bada boom for you. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We got to get out in the wasteland. We got to get into some trouble. Roasted Mirelurk, we're going to take that. Vegetable soup, taking it for sure. We got to make a bunch. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to do. I got to make some vegetable soup. So let's go ahead and put down some extra stuff here. Now, one of the weird things about food and farming is potatoes. Now, potatoes, if you notice, they're rarely ever in the actual workbench. And you're like, Kismet, why aren't they getting all of those potatoes that you set up in this giant farm that you have at various locations? Why did they not? Oh, my autofocus is on again. Darn it. I just saw it autofocus. Why does it not put those potatoes in there? And I'm going to tell you why here in just a second after I fix this. It just resets every single time. I got to remember to turn that off right at the top of the stream. I've got to put a note. There we go. Okay. No autofocus. Stop that. Bad camera. Okay. So we're going to put some potatoes down, but we can't because we don't have any potatoes because it doesn't put it in there because the first thing that your people eat in your settlements are the potatoes. So that's why you rarely ever see them actually in the thing. So all your settlements are eating all the potatoes right now, which is actually a combination between tomatoes and potatoes, by the way, for those who are wondering where that origin comes from. But one of the things they don't eat typically is your carrots. So we can start a carrot farm going over here so we can have some vegetable soup eventually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll do another row right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And come on. So feisty. You're so feisty. 5. Whatever. Random placement there. 6 there. Okay, so that's enough for one person there. And again, you don't have to put them. I like to put them way back in the corner so they have less chance of getting destroyed. And of course, when all this stuff is cleared, it'll be a little bit easier to put this down, but I'm just going to show you guys here. So there's a group of 3 there. 2, 3. This is going to be very weird, but we're going to do it anyway. This big dead monster right here. There we go. Okay, we put 12 down there. Again, every other food is 12. You put 12 down, that equals one person can do all 12 of those. Okay? And it equals 6 food units. If it's mute fruit, you put 6 down and one person can do 6 because basically it's worth 1 food unit. If you look at this right over here, it says half a food unit. If you look at over here at mute fruit, bet some of you never noticed that. I know most of you probably did, but I bet you never noticed that that is actually 1 food unit per mute fruit, where the other one is always half. So you got to put them in pairs. So you do 6 and 6, which is going to be a total of 12 in everything except for mute fruit, which you only do 6 in mute fruit. So there we go. And for those who didn't understand that, don't worry. I will explain it again at some point in the stream. Okay, now we have a carrot farm going so that when people show up, we'll be good. Oh, here comes a new guy. Oh, he's already gone to food. See up there? That's got 6 food now. We got 3 people. He automatically went to doing the food for the settlement. All right, and we saved, and we're ready to get into some trouble. Let's do it. Let's do it. Party! You're welcome, Diamond Eye. Diamond Eye said, wow, thanks, guys. You're welcome, Diamond Eye. You're going to get lots of love in here, bro. Lots of love for supporting the stream. I usually quiet most at work, but no work tonight, so I can enjoy. There you go, cowboy. Congratulations on no work today. That is awesome. You are, I appreciate that, says Preston Garvey. Another settlement needs your help. I'll mark it on the map. Never mind. Another settlement I accidentally didn't help yet. Hopefully I can get those settlements back later. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, we're out of here. We're out of here. Oh, we got to eat some food. Got to eat some food because I see my food is low. Now, I use the junky food at first so that I don't use my really good stuff until I need it. So let's get out. Oh, fusion cores. Kismet, don't forget your fusion cores, bro. Now, I'm going to make it a little bit easier on myself. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way out here. Watch this. This is awesome. This is one of my favorite things to do, is to go out here, build a crafting station on the very edge of my settlement, right here. The reason why is so when I'm running up and I'm overburdened, right? I'm running up, I can literally access the thing and drop all the junk in there so I don't have to walk too far while overburdened. Now, one of the things I need to do, though, is, of course, I need to go in here into my ammo and pull out a few of my fusion cores, or I'm going to be walking on nothing here in a bit. And do I got some 45? I do have some 45 in there. Let's go ahead and give that to Piper. Piper, my little sweetheart. Let's give her some 45 round. All right, looking good. Now, as I walk away, of course, the first thing I do is I check all my weapons. And I got this weapon. I got this one loaded. And, of course, we'll get our flare gun loaded. Good to go. Now, we need to call in the Minutemen or anything else like that. Let's get it going. Now, of course, when we get out on the wasteland, you know what we need to do? We need to get some tunes going on. We need to get some tunes. We've been going without tunes here at the top of the stream. I'm not a big person on music. I don't typically play a lot of music when I'm working or in the background, but I love to play music when I'm wandering the wasteland. I don't know, it just adds a whole bunch of fun to it. So we've got a whole bunch of songs queued up. Let's see what we've got so far. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a celebration up in here. Let's do it. Let's get this stream to a whole nother level, people. That's right, wake up a little bit. It's time for the Kismet Ring of Destiny stream. Let's do it. Time to hack some people up. This is Power Armor dancing. Who wants to die? Who dat? Let's do it. Grab those free resources. Somebody wants to die. Let's go look around. Get ourselves tons of sweet loot. Oh, I like me lots of loot. Oh, free loot. I love free loot. I cannot lie. I love it. And your laughter too. Gonna celebrate the party with you. Come on now. Celebrate and have a good time. Woo, let's celebrate by super looting. Ha ha ha. Who dat? Who over there? Hoo-ya! Let's do it. Together. Come on, Piper. Dance with me. Everyone around the world. Come on. Get that super looting going on. Loot, loot. Oh, we don't got the skills. We got to come back for that. Come on. Now, here's the great thing about this part right here. Get out of the power armor. Come on. And we can save, so we don't have to do that again. Also pulls Piper to me, by the way. Another great way of pulling your companion to you simply by sleeping in the bed. Boom, they'll jump to you if you're looking for them. If you can, of course, if they're not downed. Oh, I want my jetpack. I want my jetpack, people. We'll get it eventually. Oh, some bad guys up here. We're going to have to get into some trouble. Come on, Piper, let's get into some trouble. Let's do it. Hiya! Peekaboo! Peekaboo! What's your pleasure? All right, we're gonna get into the danger zone. Come on, Piper girl, where you at? Piper, she always disappears when I need her. Who dat? Me dat. That's who dat. What do we got? What do we got? We got nothing. Know what we got? We got a flare gun is what we got. Oh, there's a response for my Minutemen. Of course, they're going to show up Johnny come lately. But we're going to go up here and we're going to chop ourselves up a super mutant.
I hear something.
You hear something? Nah, there's nothing here. Block, come on, bro. Oh, that was a bad block. Come here. Still work, though. Ha ha. Take that, sucker. Kismet up in the house. Chopping up some super mutants. Give me all that sweet loot. It's my loot. Oh, we're going to have to go over there and chop up some stuff, too. Let's get ourselves some free loot. Loot, loot everywhere. Piper, who knows where she went? Who knows? She runs off. She went for a beer break. I don't know. Smoke break. Here's my buddies. Oh, and they brought themselves a puppy. Oh, puppy, puppy, puppy. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's tick off some people. Let's take off some people and get into some trouble. They always come up Johnny come lately. I don't know what's up with that. Johnny come lately. There's Piper, finally showed up. Come on, Minuteman, this way. Go over there, shoot somebody or something. I don't know. Going this way. Peekaboo. Sneaking up behind him. Let's do it. Happy. See how I circumvented that door? Hello? Who dat?
What the?
You should have killed me because now you're gonna die. Grenade, get out of there.
Damn.
Get him, Piper. Now's a good time to start healing. Let's go ahead and just burn a steak. Mmm, tasty. Get him, Piper. Bye-bye, sucker. Oh. Oh. Oh, I hate it when he does that. Okay, that's a little brutal for me. Let's do this. All right, punk. Come here. Ah, cause I'm happy, says Crazy. Owning some raiders. There's another one in there, Piper. Get her. Where'd you come from? Oh, it's a Minuteman. That's my team. Oh, legendary raider, look out. Right there. Get her. Oh, got the Minutemen backing me up. I say we just go for it. Come to Papa. Ooh, oh, with a critical strike. Ugh, gutted him. Ugh. Gutted that legendary. What did he got? Troubleshooter's pipe wrench. Does 50% more to... Oh, we got to get the pipe wrench on. Hold on. We got to get ourselves a pipe wrench. We got to smack some people with a pipe wrench. Let's do it. Legendary pipe wrench. Oh, yeah. Come on, let's smack some peeps. Where you at? Who dat? Where you at? Up there. Hello? Here's a pipe wrench. Oh! Later, bro. That's messed up. That's messed up. Is there a giveaway going? No, Rigbo, not yet. But you never know. Never know, Rigbo, because we're happy up in here. We are getting into trouble. We're smoking some raiders. Taking them out. Hello? Happy? Oh, sorry, Piper. That was my bad. Landed on your head. All right, my Minutemen did back me up there for once. Awesome. Took care of that legendary raider. Oh, one of my Minutemen did die. I'm sorry that you died, but thanks for the free stuff. And I don't want to go in there. That's a high school. We'll go in there another time. And legendary raider right here. What else you got? Oh, some good stuff. I love this little area here. You just kind of go around here and get into trouble. Get into trouble.
I can carry something if you need me to.
Oh, look at all that sweet loot. That doesn't look like it tickles. All right. Looking good, looking good. Let's keep on rolling in the stream here. Hope you guys like that. It makes me cringe every time. One time at the very beginning of the game, by the way, if you only go watch one video on this particular playthrough, go watch the very first day where I take my knife and I get the girl at the diner and I literally cleave her right in the middle of the head. Oh, it's one of those moments where I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. Hi, Defective Me. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. We're getting into trouble up in here. Lord Winners of Kismet, you have a tweet waiting for you on Twitter. Share it with the stream. I will definitely do that later on, bro. Time to get the camel perks so you can actually serve them. I'm not going to do that, Alex, but I have heard that is pretty funny. I left. Is there a giveaway? Nope. Not yet, Rigbo. Not yet. Kids, I'll drink to the super loot. There you go. Drink to the super lootin'. Oh, got a little Fifth Element going on there. Chewy, look at that. Nice one. Like that. I got to watch this movie again. We should watch this as a group. Fifth Element again. That'd be pretty fun. Pretty fun. Okay, so we took care of them raiders. And we got to go up here and take care of some more. With my new little my little wrench that I'm going to drop on people's head. All right. Let's go this way, Piper. I like my new little legendary wrench I got. Just for fun, I'm nailing people in the head with a wrench.